President Biden has said that the US will begin sending new military assistance to Ukraine within hours after he signed a long-awaited bill passed by Congress. Speaking at a press conference at the White House, Mr. Biden said that the aid, worth $61 billion, would make America and the world safer. He said Ukraine had the will and skill to win the war against Russia. The package also includes billions of dollars in aid for Israel and Taiwan, as well as $1 billion in humanitarian assistance to Gaza.
It's a good day for America, it's a good day for Europe, and it's a good day for world peace, for real. This is consequential. I just signed into law the national security package that was passed by the House of Representatives this weekend and by the Senate yesterday. It's going to make America safer, it's going to make the world safer, and it continues America's leadership in the world, and everyone knows it. It gives vital support to America's partners, and so they can defend themselves against threats to their sovereignty and to the lives and freedom of their citizens. And it's an investment in our own security. Because when our allies are stronger, and I want to make this point again and again, when our allies are stronger, we are stronger. I'm grateful to all those in Congress, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, who voted for this bill.
Well, our North America correspondent Will Grant joins us now from Washington. It's been a long time coming, this. Ukraine has been waiting for it for a long time in particular. Just to talk us through how this is going to work. He's saying that some of the aid will be arriving in Ukraine within days.
Yeah, it has been a long time coming, and Mr. Biden acknowledged that. He said it'd been a difficult path to his desk and that it should have got there sooner. But obviously he was also very thankful to the members of Congress and the Senate who made it possible. I think the fact is that this has been a tortuous process to get to this point. But the aid is sort of there and good to go. Part of it is, anyway. The military aid will start rolling out almost immediately, particularly in terms of armoured vehicles, munitions, and so on, that the Pentagon has essentially waiting to one side, but obviously run out of funds that were allocated by Congress to do so. So we will start seeing that roll out in the coming hours. And of course, President Biden, as you heard in that clip there, his core message is that this is good for the United States. Of course, that is part of the sale that he's making to the American people, because this has been such a divisive issue all the way through. But it was also pointed out that a lot of the munitions that will be built and will be sent to Ukraine will be made in the United States, so that it will benefit the economy here too.
We should just mention the other aspects of the bill. He talked about the vital support for Israel, and he talked about that ironclad commitment to helping Israel defend itself against Iran and those it supports. And also he talked about this $1 billion in aid going to Gaza and called on Israel to make sure that Palestinians get that. He was very clear about that, wasn't he, about that need to be for it to be facilitated.
He was. Now, of course, his critics will say that, you know, the weighting is clearly in favour of what he called that ironclad commitment. This is about the $26 billion of aid to Israel and much less about, for example, the aid going to Gaza or other humanitarian support around the world. He mentioned Haiti as well, for example. But he does make that commitment to Israel clear, mentioning, of course, the drone attacks earlier this month and missile attacks from Iran, and putting it into that context. So I think that much was again underlined. But you're right. I think the humanitarian assistance is important for him, particularly to the left wing of his party, to make sure that that $1 billion was made clear, and the urging of Israel to make it possible for that aid to get into Gaza. That was noteworthy too in his speech. So yeah, touching on all of the difficulties within this bill, some of the hardest issues on his desk at the moment, I would say.
OK, thank you very much, Will Grant, for us there in Washington.